Hello everyone, I'm Connor, an English teacher of Langmaster Learning System. This is the second video that will show you how to practice English listening skills without spending extra time. What's the best way to improve your listening? In this video, I'm going to share with you the technique I teach my students to help them improve their listening. This technique works. And I wish you had known this technique a lot sooner, because it's easy to do and very effective. So, let's get started. Firstly, let's talk about why most people fail to improve their listening. Improving your listening skills takes time. It's a long-term process. But most people forget that, or they just don't know. So when they practice listening, they use methods that are inconvenient, something that is not easy to do. So it's impossible for them to continue doing it for a long time. As a result, most people quit before they get any results. But how do I know this? Well, I know this because my students have made the same mistake. They tried several methods that were inconvenient, like watching the same movie twice, with subtitles first and then without subtitles. That was so boring, so they quit after the fourth movie. They also tried listening and then writing down what they heard, but that was too much work and they were too busy. So let's take this back to you. How do you make sure that you don't fail like they did? Well, if you want to succeed, the method you use must be convenient. It must be easy to do. If it's not, you'll probably quit before you see an improvement. So, let me share with you the most convenient way to improve your listening. It is very simple. There are only 2 steps that you need to take. Here's the first step. Download a lot of listening materials to your phone or MP3 player. Now, the best listening materials are the ones where people are just talking naturally. They're just having real conversations. When you use this kind of materials, you're listening to a lot of common, everyday words that people use in real life. Now don't worry, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a resource that you can go to download this kind of materials for absolutely free. So, that's the first step. The next step is very important. Do not miss this step. The next step is to listen to the materials. But here's the key. Do not do it in your free time. Instead, do it when you're already doing something else, something that doesn't require much of your attention. Listen to the materials while commuting, waiting in line, while exercising, and so on. Use those times to practice listening so that you don't have to spend extra time. Now, why do we have to do this? Well, the reason is that we want to make it convenient. When it's easy to do, you're likely to do it for a long time. If you study long enough, your listening skills will definitely improve. Now let me show you something that might shock you. Let's compare this technique with watching movies, which is how many people improve their listening. If you start using this technique today, And if you do it for 30 minutes per day, 1 year from now, you will have listened to 10,950 minutes of real English conversations. That is a lot of listening. And because you're not doing it in your free time, the amount of extra time spent is zero. That's awesome. What about watching movies? First of all, in the movie, there isn't a conversation or a dialogue in every part, right? If you watch an action movie, you might see a fight scene, an explosion, a car chase scene, and so on. So, let's say on average, the length of a movie is 100 minutes. 50% of those are conversations. The rest is something else. If you watch 4 movies a week, or 208 a year, in 1 year, you will have listened to 10,400 minutes of fake English conversations. Now, here's the worst part. Because each movie is 100 minutes long, this method requires you to spend as much as 20,800 minutes of your free time. This is really, really sad. Now, let's compare the two methods side by side. Now, I have a question for you. If you use this technique instead of watching movies, and you save over 20,000 minutes per year, how would you spend these 20,000 minutes? Reading English books to increase your vocabulary, practice speaking, or something else? Leave me a comment and let me know. So now you know the power of this technique. Let me repeat something important. This is a long-term process. It takes time, so please be patient. Fortunately, now you know this technique, so I know that you'll succeed. Okay, now it's time for me to share some listening materials with you. But first, I really want to ask you a favor. It took us several days to create this video and find some materials for you. If you find this video at all useful, please take a few seconds and share it with one English learning community. You will not only help them, but you will also help us. And then just click right here to get some free listening materials. In the next video, I'll share with you the method we use to help our students improve their English listening skills. So, I'll see you again in the next video. If you really want to change your English speaking and listening skills, make a decision and join Langmaster Learning System. We will help you speak English easily, fluently, and automatically. I'm Connor from Langmaster Learning System. Goodbye. See you next time.